In this video, I'll show you how to make this 3D flower pop-up card. Perfect for Mother's Day.
Let's see what's cooking. Let's get the facts. Let's see what's cooking. It's time for yoyomax12.
Hello everyone. To make this pretty pop-up flower card, you will need some square pieces of paper, 7 squares of paper. Fold the square piece of paper in half. And I'm using an origami boning tool just to make sure the creases are nice and sharp, but you can use a ruler or your fingernails for this. And then fold it in half again, and you'll end up with a smaller square. Then you're going to take that top edge of the square and fold it down, and you'll end up with a triangle shape. Once again, making sure the creases are nice and sharp. Now it's going to be time to cut out the petal shape. Now I found this craft on the Martha Stewart website. I will provide a link in the description box, and you can print out that little petal template there very easily. So I printed it out, cut it out, and I used a pencil to draw it onto the corner of that triangle, and then just using a pair of sharp scissors, just cut it out. And when you open this up, you'll get a very pretty little flower. And I just reinforced the folds a couple of times. Now, if this happens to you, you'll cut out your little flower, open it up, and it falls into pieces. This can happen if you don't fold your paper the right way, and I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So here is your folded square like I showed you at the beginning. Now it's time to fold it into a triangle. Now you'll notice there's going to be 2 edges. There's going to be an edge where you have the paper is open, where you can flip through the pages, kind of like a book. Now the bottom part of that, you'll notice you can't flip the pages. Put that on the bottom and then fold the corner diagonally. So what you'll end up with is one edge that all the edges of the paper are folded. Then cut out your little flower shape, and then you should be fine. You'll have one piece of paper. So once you have your flower shape, you need to remove one of those petals. So using some scissors, just cut out the petal, one petal, following the fold lines. Then you're going to take some glue. I'm using these little glue dots, which are super convenient. Put one glue dot there, and then take the petal next to it and just bring it over top and press. So you'll end up with a flower, but it's going to have like a little cup shape because one of the petals has been removed. Now you'll need to do this 6 more times because you'll need 7 of these little flowers to make your pop-up card. Now, of course, you can use whatever colors you want for these flowers. Now for the assembly. So what you're going to do is take one of those flower shapes, fold it in half, so you'll see it has 3 petals. Taking some glue dots or some glue, you're going to put some glue on each of those 3 petals. Then you're going to take 2 more of those flower shapes folded in half, but these ones you're going to put glue dots on just 2 petals that are side by side. And then another one of the folded flower shapes, you're going to place 3 glue dots, and then 2 more with just 1 glue dot, and then the 7th one with none. So you have one with 3, this one has 2, this one has 2, that one has 3, this one has 1, this one has 1, and this one has none. Now you need to assemble. So take the one with the 2 glue dots and overlap 1 petal on each. Take the one on the left with 2 glue dots, overlap 1 petal. So you end up with this shape with a V in the bottom of it. Take that one with 3 glue dots, and it goes on top of the shape with the V in it, over 3 petals. Then you have a left and right that only have 1 glue dot. That's going to go over 3 petals with the glue dot being on the top. Just make sure it's lined up at the fold lines. So what you'll end up with is this shape with the V in it, and 3 glue dots at the top. Take that 7th final folded piece with no glue on it and just place it right on the top, lining up 3 petals. And that is the completed shape that you end up with. Now it's time to put it inside a card. This is just a piece of cardstock. You can use whatever you want. Just make sure it's fairly stiff. Fold it in half so that there's a fold line down the center. Take that shape that you made. There's a V shape. Make sure the edges of the V are touching the center fold. Now you're going to place a glue dot on the very top petal. Shut the card, flip it over, and you're going to add a second glue dot at the top petal, and then fold it, and then just press it so that everything is nicely glued together, and then you're ready to open it. Now glue dots come in all sorts of different styles and shapes and sizes. I found mine at Michael's craft store, and they're great because you get instant stickiness that doesn't take any time to dry. I decorated this card using some stamping, a few stickers that I had on hand, and of course you can coordinate all the colors together, and there's plenty of room to write a lovely Mother's Day greeting on the inside. This is pretty easy once you get the hang of it, and I hope you give it a try. Now I've made another Mother's Day card on my channel, and it's this Mother's Day slider card where you pull on the top of the card and you get a message popping up top and bottom. This is an older video. The quality isn't as good as the ones I make nowadays, but it's a really great card, and I think you'll really impress your mom if you make it for her. So if you want to see this video, go ahead and click right on your screen or see the link in the description box below. Bye-bye.